Usually, when you play a game, you have a chance to win. Colorado was never in this game, so did they really even play it? Avs lose to the Carolina Hurricanes 5-2. There's not a ton to say about this game. The Avs played extremely poorly, top to bottom, and they took themselves out of the game before it could honestly really even get going. Plenty of times this year, the Avs have managed to make comebacks of 2, 3, even 4 goals. But eventually, that style of hockey is not going to be sustainable, and that's exactly what we saw in this game. There were 2 shots in this game, and the Avs were down 2-0. This is quite literally a nothing play for Carolina. They do a good job of getting through the neutral zone, but at worst it's 3-on-3 here, and you're just going to see a pull-up shot from Netjas from well outside the circles. There's a clear lane for Georgiev to see the puck, and it's going to go in, hit off his blocker, off of his glove, and trickle into the net, as if he just can't handle it. The Avs have actually already taken a penalty on this play, but why kill a penalty when you can just let them score on the delayed penalty? The Avs are back fine here. There is an extra guy out on the ice, but they just don't effectively cover much of anything. That's a pass right through your own crease, fully cross ice from boards to boards, and there's not an Av within 4 or 5 feet of that passing lane. How does that puck even get through in the first place? And then the follow-up coverage, the Avs are caught 4 men on the near side of the ice, so Cogliano is left to cover far too many things. So when this pass ultimately slides up high to Netjas, you just don't have Kiviranta over and up high to cover it at all, and it's in the back of your net. Look, I've talked about how weird stuff happens in hockey, and that's true. It does happen. There is a bunch of weird bounces and funny stuff in this sport. It's part of the reason you love it. But at a certain point, it stops being weird stuff happening, and it consistently becomes you just might not be good enough. Certainly on that first goal against, that's what it's starting to feel like. Down 2-0, the Avs would not give up a shot on goal for the next 10 minutes of the game. On the next shot on goal, though, it would be 3-0. Makar is going to fail to clear this puck down deep in the zone here with a soft little chip, and that's going to set up a shot from out high for Carolina that Georgiev makes the save on, but gives up a pretty tough rebound as it springs high into the air. He's not able to handle it, and a bouncing puck is hard for Cale Makar to get a handle on too, and this also leaves Bowen Byram behind the play on the back door, and Netjas is able to get the natural hat trick. And that was it. This game was over and done right there. It probably had no business being close, which it did get to, but the Avs would never fully recover. The game itself was not very fun, by any stretch of the imagination for the Avs side of things, but at least you had something interesting happen for Colorado. They score the fastest 2 goals in the history of the franchise. The one quality play that the Avs are able to convert on the night actually comes at 4-on-4. A nice job by Girard to take his time with the breakout and find the correct play, using his legs to get out into the neutral zone and creating a rush chance for Colorado with those legs before making a nice little chip pass to LOC to create a 2-on-1 chance, and a great job by LOC to get this across to Parise on his backhand. You have the defender fully committing to LOC, and he's able to get that through, and Parise just gets enough to finish. Immediately off the ensuing face-off, Cogliano wins this back to Girard. Girard, again, patient here. He's looking for options. He's looking for something to do, but ultimately sees nothing, gets the red line, and throws it in towards the net. It comes in high and hot, and it just goes in. Why not? Obviously, the Girard one is an absolute fluke nonsense. You take it, but you don't think too much of it. Beyond that, though, Girard was fantastic for Colorado in this game. One of the very few players that I actually liked their game. The other goal is Parise, which great to see him get on the board. Great to see him starting to fit in better and better with Colorado's lineup. Certainly, the Avs' deeper options were not the problem in this game. The problem comes from, obviously, the goaltending, but the struggles from the top guys. You once again had a tough game from Makar, a tough game from McKinnon, a honestly just straight unacceptable game from Mikko Rantanen. That dude looked like he was sleepwalking through this entire game. But ultimately, for a period where you play terribly and a bunch of nonsense happens, you're only down 1. It could have been a lot worse. The problem is the Avs just don't muster anything good enough through the rest of the game. The Avs would get outshot in both the second and the third periods despite being the team trailing, and they would just never be able to get over that hump against a quality team like Carolina. This is in no small part because they go 0 for 6 on the power play tonight, including shortening 3 of those power plays by taking penalties of their own. It was just poor hockey all the way around. And what was a game they probably had no business being in, they get fully kicked out of in the second period. Avs on the penalty kill, Carolina working the puck up high and on the near side here, and you can see Parise just gets a little bit caught. He's got to take the man sliding into the high slot here, and he just body positions himself behind the player instead of getting up in front and into this passing lane coming from Teravainen's side. Maybe expecting Cale Makar to do a better job of being in that passing lane, fair enough. But as a step forward gets taken, Parise is just caught behind the play, and now there's an open man and it's in your net. Everything the Avs did in this game just felt entirely ineffective, if not outright poor. And on the forward side of things, in the top six, help might be coming. You might be getting more pieces for when you have off nights from guys like McKinnon and Mikko. That might be okay. Don't love it, and the Avs need them to play better immediately going forward, but you can see something helping them on the horizon. In goal, I don't see any help coming. Not starter caliber help at the very least. It's just something the Avs are going to have to live with. I don't have a good answer for you on that one. I continue to sit in this boat of hoping Georgiev can get hot and play better. An empty netter at the end of the game gets you your 5-2 official, and that is it for this one. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo. And you got to at least give it a little bit more effort than that, right?